Here, my camera is this. Oh, found my wife. Goodbye.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
We will reveal their secrets.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling. Gun here.
Spike planted.
Cover going out. Three suppressed. Fragment.
Last player standing.
Out of the blue, out of the ordinary, but definitely SNHU does want to try to start picking up rounds now before it gets harder and harder to get back into the game. So hopefully, yeah, as we can see by the spy, we've got 4 Vandals, 1 Phantom. They're looking to get this back. We've got quite a pretty, we've got a pretty even buy coming out of Fisher too. A lot more expensive than I thought they would try to come up with, especially since this is their bonus round.
Yeah, and another thing is that Frank right now is actually playing towards B, but does have trips set up on both sides here. So he was able to just make his way all over to A, and then make his way over to B as well. So he's playing a little bit sneaky here, you know, still having his stuff set up, although he may be on a different side of the map.
Oh, really nice pick coming up from Gugusha over there, finding Nami almost immediately, and with Snoo down their duelist, it's going to be pretty hard for them to try to get this round back, but this is looking wonderful for Fisher at the moment. Hilton going to find suppress through the smoke. Hilton and his smoke shots have been crazy this season.
Revealing area.
Oh, so far. It didn't quite go where he wanted it to go. We see that knife point coming out of Tyzera, able to get quite a bit of information for SNHU. Oh, but unfortunately, Tyzera is going to fall to Gugusha. Not quite able to pick one up over there. Gugusha finding a third onto Agron. That's not looking very good for SNHU in this 4v2 situation with Fisher able to get that plant down. Hilton finding Gugusha. Hilton's been doing really good this round. This is his second pick or something.
Yeah, I mean, he was almost blind there coming out of this smoke, but Moira just jumping up through that wall there is going to get the 2 picks and close it out for Fisher there, which is pretty unfortunate because that was SNHU's buy round, and now they're not only ahead in economy, but they are in rounds now. But one thing that SNHU could do, they could buy her weapon here. They could stick with the pistols. there's a lot of options of what they could do because the money that you get is so different than when you get it on the second round than on the fourth round. So right now it looks like they may be buying sheriffs. They could plan on gunning it down here. They could plan on just taking it slow. I think the right idea with sheriffs is kind of just smoke a lot, kind of hide in the smokes, play sneaky, and get those picks. And I think that would be the right idea for SNHU, just to knock out some economy and still be able to have enough to buy for next round.
Fisher looks to be stacking on A, and unfortunately it does seem like SNHU has read the situation slightly incorrectly, leaving 3 on B. Really big knife point coming out, and Buna's gonna find that first pick onto Agron. Unfortunate for SNHU. Tizer already tagged at Hop. He's gonna have to play this super carefully. Oh, Buna's spending a second onto Tizer. Massive for Fisher. Hilton is going to have to retreat, and Franz unfortunately goes down to suppress as well. They are storming this site, and it does look like we are going to see this plant go down as Muera able to find Hilton and bring it down to a 1v5 situation. It is all up to Nami, and with him and his sheriff, it's going to be pretty hard to go against all 5 from Fisher and the spike as well. Oh, really nice pick coming out from Nami. Finding 2 at that window. He's going to look straight into Muera. Oh! Not quite able to find him, and unfortunately does fall to Punaj, but that was pretty close for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I believe last game Nami also had some killer sheriff shots. I mean,
yeah,
no
for those
changes.
of you that didn't see it, that last game we had on Saturday,
I believe it was on Vine. Yeah,
that was absolutely crazy. You know, if you guys aren't doing anything after this game, you should totally go back to twitch.tv/SNHU Esports and check out the CVAL game that we streamed on Saturday. Just saying.
Yeah, you totally should. But yeah, no. So one thing I want to notice about Fisher Navy, or sorry, Fisher T Point, is that right?
Party.
Tea Party. Sorry.
Think the Boston Tea Party, then think Fisher.
Okay, Fisher Tea Party. Yeah, is that? Oh, sorry. I thought.
You know, we can see exactly where he tried to save last round, but unfortunately is going to fall to suppress. That recon bolt coming up from Sova was exactly what Fisher needed to get Nami out of the game almost immediately. Muera going to be hiding in market, not quite found as of yet. Oh, we've got the slow orb coming out too, and the silver drone going to get a lot of valuable information. Kaizera going to be able to shoot Buddha down. Onto Never Win Again. That is really huge, but Kukusha going to find 1, going to find 2. That's going to bring them down to a 2v2. As Kukusha is able to find his 3rd onto Agrid as well as Rez Muera.
Scary here, Ty just looking right at 2 of them all at the same time. Unfortunately, just not able to get those picks there. As I was gonna say for Fisher Tea Party last round, just one thing I wanted to mention is that every time they push up, it just always seems like wherever they go, they may start slow, but whenever they push, they go fast. Right, you see them kind of attack A, attack B, wherever they're going. We just saw them push mid that last round. They're always together wherever they're going. I mean, maybe they'll have like one occasional lurker to look out, maybe flank or like just like one other person. But 9 times out of 10, at least 4 of them are pushing together all at the same time, and they're just like running it down. You know, they're not really, they're checking the angles. They're just going right for it. They trust their teammates enough to know that there's someone to trade them out.
That knife point coming out almost immediately is going to facilitate that Hunter's Fury from Hilton. He's going to find first onto Gagusha and tag almost 3 other members from Tea Party. That was a massive start from SNHU. See that recon bolt going out. Agrid hiding all the way in Wine, looking to get quite a few picks. His Never Win Again, once again with his Owl Drone, able to get a lot of valuable information for Fisher Tea Party.
Yeah, kind of just staying here, actually not rotating, which is a little bit weird because especially after a Sova ultimate, you would expect to rotate here, but this is kind of scary. Both Jets in this dangerous area. Suppress just looking down here, and Nami just doesn't know he's up there, but Punaj is going to save him. And it's just, they're just still staying in that area, yeah. Just not moving at all, which is pretty surprising, knowing that their Killjoy is kind of over towards B, looking for any flankers, but they have enough time to do whatever they want to. They have like 45 seconds left, and they're just, they're sticking to plan 1. They're not rotating. They're not trying to go for any other picks. They're just holding their ground, waiting for that timer to run out, and then just choose to push out whenever they feel like it.
Oh, Agron looking straight into suppress. Yeah, we've been seeing this high-low technique come out a lot. Never Win Again actually pulling out his Hunter's Fury, looking furiously for Agron, but he's able to make it away just by the skin of his teeth. Suppress is down so dangerously low that we are still going to see Fisher Tea Party get that spike down onto A.
Yeah, you know, seeing that can be pretty. I mean, again, they push in super fast there, and they're just able to get the picks that they needed and the space that they needed to push out. But Mitch is gonna be on the flank here. Could get 2 members of SNHU very quick here. Ty, can we look in this area? But he's gonna get him with that wall bang and just knock another member off.
Really, really nice Sova Dart coming out of Hilton. It's gonna enable Franck to pick up that kill onto Suppress. Moira gonna find Agron. Hilton right there to get that trade onto Moira. And we are going to see Frank trying to get the defuse out as Punich finds 2 more to close that round off and give a 6-round lead over to Fisher.
Yeah, Punich getting that 4K there, pretty big, especially being on the flank. I'm not even on a flank, just kind of like literally just walking towards C here, or sorry, CT, and then now we're gonna see a timeout come out, and I feel like that's well needed.
Yeah.
You know, losing like six rounds in a row can be pretty big. What we know is that like right now, I mean Fisher, how they push, it's like I don't know how to explain it other than they're just always like together and they're just aggressive about it. You know.
So they play together as a team, essentially. What you're trying to say?
Yeah, like.
So obviously, we talk a lot about timeouts because they're a great way to break up momentum. They're a great way to kind of ground yourself and go back into again. But I'm very curious, what are you hoping to see out of SNHU? Or maybe even what are you hoping to see out of Fisher coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see, like, or just to say, like, how SNHU should really, like, change how they're doing, because I feel like what they're doing is fine. You know, the abilities that they're doing, I feel like the only thing that they're doing too much is pushing up.
Yeah.
I feel like they push up a lot more than they need to, especially into that one-way smoke. I know it's technically meant for the defender side, but when you push up too much, it's meant for the attacking side. Because how one-ways work, you have to be a certain level of distance away and a certain height. So it's called a one-way for a reason.
Yeah.
So when you kind of push up and you're not in that zone anymore, you know, we saw that pick onto Nami when he pushed up, and then like that's just another defender down for SNHU. So
yeah, I honestly could not agree with you more. So guess we are going to have to see how this timeout can impact both these teams, either for better or for worse. Oh, that lockdown coming extremely quickly, coming down really, really fast. And I'm wondering if it will have the impact that they're hoping it will have as Agron actually puts that first frag up onto Gagusha. Franck right behind him, going to find Suppress to bring it down to a 5v3 already. You know, things are looking better. Like, it's still very early into the round, and SNHU has already been able to pick up 2 picks, and that's definitely very, very advantageous for them. Agron,
1 enemy remaining.
3! Wow! So quickly, and after finishing out that flawless round onto Never Win Again. So those 2 back-to-back picks happened so quickly, I just didn't know what to say.
Oh yeah, real good. I mean, it looks like I feel like we've seen SNHU do that same type of move on Lotus. They pushed up on near C, and they kind of just like rotated all the way over to A onto Lotus there. But I mean, now we saw Fisher do it, and SNHU did not fall for it. Not saying that's SNHU's original plan. Anybody could do that, but it's like they've seen it before, so it's like, and they've done it before, so they could be like, oh, you know, we've done this. There's a chance that they'll do it too. So they didn't move. They held their ground and didn't trick Fisher at all, really, and just stayed at A.
Well, whatever they did, it worked for them. Like, it definitely worked for them. We do see that 6-1. You know, now they've only got a 5-round disparity, and they can definitely come back from this as Hilton gets a really, really nice owl dart off. He's going to be able to tag not 1 but 2 members of Fisher, now a 3rd, as he gets his recon bolt out to kill Agron. Now and Hilton, he's able to pick 1 up. Tyzera following that up with another pick. We could be seeing a team ace come out over here.
Big.
Oh, Agron in this consultation with Never Win Again. He is going to pick up Tyzera, but not before Agron is finally able to bring an end to his tirade. And we see the 2nd round in a row go over to SNHU.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like that, whatever that timeout did, I mean, it worked. We're seeing SNHU not really push out much. They're just holding their crosshair, waiting for Fisher to push up. I mean, that's what they really needed to change, and I mean, like, they changed it. So Fisher's just got to work around that now. However, in terms of ultimates, SNHU is pretty favored right now. They have a lot of defendable ultimates, and not to mention KO suppression, which can be huge in case someone wants to do a lockdown. And you know, obviously they're already suppressed. Omen TP to get information, and then you just have the Blade Storm just to hold players back there. So they got a lot of room to work with, while Fisher Tea Party doesn't have as much.
A lot of information coming out of both teams already. It does look like Gagusha is going to try to get closer to the ultimate. Agron going to open up this round, getting that first frag. Gagusha going to find one down to Tyzera. Hilton and Agron each find 1 more onto the team. Gagusha's last man standing. here at Mr. Tea Party. He's going to be really hard to get out, and we see Hilton just finish that round off, getting that nice pick onto Gagusha, and the third round in a row over to SNHU. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but these 3 rounds in a row for SNHU, it's going to boost Snoo's economy and bring Fisher's economy down all the way to the gutter.
Yeah, their economy right now is kind of in the dumps right now. It's kind of hard to really say if they want to buy up here or not, just because you're at that point where if you do, you know, good, you're able to survive for another round. But if you don't, you're kind of screwed a little bit. But special shout out to Ty there. His flash just absolutely blinded everybody outside there.
Oh, Moira coming out with a really early pick onto Nami. Hilton on that Odin, like we talk about it a lot, but Ascent just has paper for walls.
No, literally.
You know, like paper mache walls. So we've seen that Odin strat come in clutch many times. But definitely SNHU losing Nami there, not very good for them. It's down to a 5v4 situation. Moira is going to catch Hilton just running out in the back. Oh, Hilton's going to see him first, going to be able to get him really low. Tyzera right there to take Gagusha out, and Hilton is also going to take Moira off. It is down to a 4v3. SNHU quickly retaliating as Punaj, you know, getting spotted by that spy cam. Not the best position to be in at all.
Yeah, because now when you're spotted by that spy cam, like, you kind of revealed your plans there. You know that not everybody's kind of pushing towards B. You see that there are people in, near A, near Catwalk, near Trees Log, whatever you want to call it, and they're around that area here. So Franck is actually doing the right move and actually push up while they start to push up, and he can do basically
one enemy remaining.
Franck and Agrid each able to find one. They bring it down to a 1v4. It is all up to the win again with his Guardian. He's able to get Agrid, but Franck is right there to get that trade and guarantee SNHU that 4th round in a row. They have closed the gap up so quickly. It was 6-0 just 4 rounds ago, and now we see there is only a 2-round disparity left.
Yeah, it's crazy on really what that timeouts can do, or what any timeouts can do. Sometimes, like you said, you just need that reset, and you just need to talk about what you're doing wrong and right, and then SNHU was just able to pick it up quickly here. However, Fisher Tea Party here, it's just they're struggling with their economy right now. They're forcing up still, which is surprising because they barely have any good guns right now, and they're just with light shield, and Hilton just spraying it down right now, and it's doing a bunch of damage to him.
Yeah, that was massive paranoia to come out, just completely blinding Hilton, not quite able to do much, but we do see Fisher Tea Party just get forced out completely. Franck going to find that first pick onto Punaj. Gagusha going to get that resurrection onto Punaj as well. So I guess it's a little bit of a give and take. You lost one, you didn't quite lose one as of yet. Nami actually going to find Punaj back again. Agrid right there going to find Never Win again. He's going to look into 2 more. Unfortunately, we're going to see Tyzera and Agrid go down. Franck and Nami and Muera as well, each able to find one. It has been non-stop trades this round.
Yeah.
They are just looking for picks, and in this 2v1 situation, it would be in Snoo's best interest to make sure that they're not split up and isolated, into 2 separate 1v1s.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's just surrounded by 2 of them here. Hilton's just getting super close, and Nami with the Blade Storm, it's so hard to just hide near Jen here and just fight this together. It's so difficult to really isolate it because
30 seconds
they're right next to each other now. And
yeah.
They're just in this little corner. It's gonna be so scary.
Not gonna fight just a little bit of a
worry there.
It's just like he's right behind me.
You took the words out of my mouth. Literally, like, he's behind me.
Like I thought Halloween was over, but it does look like we still have the spooks and the scares here at SNHU Esports. All I can say is, if I looked behind me and Nami was standing there with a Vandal, I would.
I think anybody with a Vandal would be just as scary. But regardless here, though they did buy up last round, they still are able to buy up this round here. If I were Fisher Navy, I would probably play a little bit slow here. They've been pushing a lot, getting into this like a lot of aggression wise. I mean, I feel like they kind of just need that bit of a reset. And you see that Omen ultimate, you see the information they get, and it's just like they're pushing in slow, but SNHU slowly adapting to what they're doing, and it's just like it's not working out.
Oh my goodness.
It's just insane.
That was a massive one-way from Franck, enabling him to pick up not 1 but 2 picks. Massive for him. Agrin coming out with another pick onto Punaj, and we also see the neural thefts coming out from Franck. Just so much information, and Agrin's just going to finish that round off with a beautiful pick onto Never Win again to bring that to a 6-6 flawless round from SNHU. you know, comebacks are so real.
Yeah, no, they are. I mean, they are. I mean, like we see again, we saw the timeout and then the switch up just happened there. It's so weird because I feel like Fisher really had a good groove kind of pushing in there. They knew what they're doing, but then I feel like they almost played too well, you know? At that point, you kind of knew they were all going to push together. Maybe there might be one lurker, but you knew no matter what, they're always together, right?
Yeah.
So it's like whenever you know that they're going to push somewhere, having multiple defenders or just running over there and just being able to have that support from your team, you know, you're going to play more confident because you're like, oh, if I die, he can get a trade, whatever, right? And it's just like, when you do that over and over again, it's hard here. But I mean, now Fisher Navy has to adapt to SNHU because they are also super big on the aggressive here.
Suppress is pushing straight up the tiles. So is Muera, and we do see Muera fall straight to Hilton. Suppress going to be able to pick up one before getting dropped by Taizera. So, you know, the trade's already swinging in super quickly. We saw that really aggressive push come out from Fisher, and they were just slightly punished for it, you know, losing 2 of their members almost instantly. Taizera finding Punaj as well. Hilton is going to see Never Win Again. He is going to be able to find one onto Nami. Another onto Hilton. To a third onto Frank. This is looking very dangerous for SNHU. Is he going to be able to find a fourth and a last? Yes, we do see Taizera unfortunately fall to Never Win Again. And the second pistol round actually go over to Fisher.
Yeah, that was a weird play coming out. Normally, I feel like whenever we see SNHU, they're kind of aggressive, you know, they're up there. But I feel like now, I mean, they were forced all the way back into spawn there.
Yeah.
It was just a bit of a weird sight to see, just having that happen there. But I mean, Fisher, I mean, KM, you know, Never Win Again. I mean, he just absolutely just stop the push, and he just pushed them all the way back. So I mean,
just out of curiosity, would you say that the reason why SNHU was pushed so far back into spawn was because of how aggressive Fisher played in that last round?
That and I just feel like they were just pushing up.
What a fighting two immediately with his Guardian. That is massive. They're fighting onto Agron and Taizera. Frank is right there. However, to finally put an end to his tirade, and he unfortunately looks away at the wrong time, allowing Never Win Again to pick that last trade up onto Frank.
It's so weird because the last 6 rounds we saw that, you know, Fisher wasn't really in the groove too much, and now within these first pistol rounds, they're like, it's like they know what they're doing almost. It's weird just kind of seeing like that switch up out of nowhere there, but that was the pistol rounds. You know, it's you know, the pistol rounds don't care.
Yeah, but part of it, you know, it's just the pistol curse. You know, we thought we broke it on Saturday, but it looks like it might be just a little bit more time before we truly get up for our pistol curse. But you know, I have absolute full faith in SNHU, but just also with the way that oh my god, Nami picking up that first pick onto Suppress almost immediately, and we saw that shadow step, the shrouded step come out as well to get just so much information. Now they're gonna be able to bring Punaj down. I'm just distressed right now looking at the screen. There are so many things happening.
No, yeah, they pushed up and then the shrouded step came out to kind of get that little offensive angle there, but then their Jed just also pushed up at the same time, and then just Nami was able to get a pick on that. Agron is also getting another pick as well.
Agron finding Never Win Again is going to bring it down to a 5v2, and Kagusha is dangerously low. We see that paranoia come out, and you see it just blind Kagusha. Moira able to find Hilton, but Frank picking up the final 2 to bring SNHU back and give them another round.
Yeah, you know, big things already coming out here. You know, pistol round lost. SNHU's back. You know, they're good here, and we're already seeing their Sova on an Odin. I don't know like what the meta is. I know this map is like really made out of paper, but like I buy Odins to like troll. You know what I mean? Like half the times I buy Odins, I troll with them all the time. But it's like, it's so weird, like really just using that like professionally. I know it's like it's a move, it's a good tactic, but and like the Odin spray, it's just so good. You know, it just can't be defeated, and it just could be seen right here. It just could be scary.
Look at that lineup coming out of Frank. You know, like someone call the camera department. Looks like we've got another cameraman on our hands. Kagusha, however, going to find that first pick onto Taizera to open that round up for a Fisher. Really big owl drone coming out of Hilton. Going to give them a lot of information as Nami finds one before getting traded out with Muera. It's down to a 4v3. We are having back-to-back trades from both these schools. Agron and Suppress each finding one. Frank, beautiful flick from Frank onto Punaj, but Suppress right there to deny any more. It's down to a 2v1 situation. It's all up to Hilton against Suppress. and Never Win Again. And, you know, he was able to get Suppress, but was also able to find him through that wall. That was
like you said, I mean,
incredible shot.
The shots that he's just been getting, I mean, through...
See, why don't my guns work like that?
No, literally. No, literally, like you said, like shooting through the smoke, through the walls, I mean, he's just able to do it, and it's just... Oh, he Never Win Again is making his presence known. You know, he's like, I'm here, fight me, and he got it right on him. He's on the recon. He's just gonna push up, and he's gonna get that shock dart as well, and get the headshot on him.
Yep, yeah, like. All I'm gonna say is, why can't my guns work like that?
No, you just gotta get the game sense, man. He just has a really good gaming chair.
No. You know what? It's the crosshair.
It's the crosshair.
Yeah, it's definitely the crosshair. Yeah, can I have your crosshair settings? You know, just saying.
Every single time, but. SNHU, they're in a comfortable spot.
You know, now we've got 10 seconds left. I'm very curious. What do you think about Fisher's economy?
Fisher's economy, it's not the greatest right now, but they are forcing up. You know, you are going to be on that defense. You can push up a little bit and maybe be okay with the judge here, especially with the Guardian. It can do a lot of damage, and it's, you know, you're still able to do just as enough here, but Moida is going to be in wine.
Oh, Nami and Hilton instantly fighting picks onto Gagusha and Suppress to bring that straight down to a 5v3. The neural theft coming out from Frank as well, going to give them a lot of information. Moida going to be able to pick Agron out before Tyzera gets that trade onto him, and we see SNHU facilitate a straight rotate over to B. Fisher is so confused right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're not really sure where they're going to push. They saw two members near at the top of A main and two members towards B. They don't know where they're going to push. They're going to go a little bit of a split here. They're so Silva is just going to make it known that he's there. Never Win Again is going to get that pick on him as well. And he has enough for 100, or sorry, Hilton has enough for 100 Fury now. And with their location revealed, he's going to get that pick, and it's all down to Punich.
Yeah, in this 1v3 situation, you know, like we always say, in any 1vx situation, you as the 1v whatever person, you want to isolate all your fights. But you as the X team, you know, you don't want your fights to be isolated. So as long as SNHU continues to play together, it should be pretty easy for them to pick this round up, as we see Tyzera instantly get that pick onto Punich. You know, we saw the Shrouded Step come out. It just wasn't enough in the end.
Yeah, I mean, the Shrouded Step, I mean, like, it's good. The only issue is it makes noise when you TP. No, it doesn't make noise where you TP. It's where you start to TP from. So if he did it maybe farther away, maybe it could have worked there. But again, it's just like those things you don't want to risk, because like you could be measuring it and then next thing you know, you just get swung by whoever was there. And it's just like, it's not worth the complications here. However, Fisher does have ultimates here. The lockdown and the Hunter's Fury is going to be big since SNHU used theirs. Now there's no real way to really counter it unless they kind of push up towards it. So that could be big, especially if they really want to push. I'm sorry. Fisher is on the defense.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
It's okay. You know, I let you go on with your.
I'm like, what am I talking about right now?
It's okay. There's just a lot of things to talk about, especially now as we see both recon belts coming out. So much information for both teams. Agron just getting briefly scanned, but with so much happening at the same time, it does look like SNHU is choosing to retreat just slightly. They had left Frank more on the A side, you know, to get some information, set up all of his stuff, but it does look like he's going to rejoin and lead his team all the way back over to A. So really, really big and really fast rotate coming out from SNHU.
Yeah, but Fisher's kind of adapted to that because their Sova is hanging towards B main there, so they know that there's not there, and they're going to be holding this from Cat, from Heaven, wherever Fisher's heart desires.
Oh, that lockdown coming out from Fisher. Frank going to find that first pick onto Punich to open that round up. Suppress right there to get that trade onto Frank. And, you know, SNHU is going to want to get out of this lockdown as soon as possible because getting Suppress right now would just not play to their advantage. Nami going to be able to pick one up on Catwalk. Suppress might be able to pick one up. Yep, Agron unfortunately walks straight into his crosshair, and Nami popping that Blade Storm. He is out hungry looking for picks. Unfortunately, is unable to get any of his knives off onto Never Win Again, who is able to pick up two with 10 seconds on the clock in a 1v2 situation. It is all up to Tyzera. Suppress was able to get his knives out, able to find one, but unfortunately goes down to Gagusha. And we are going to see Fisher pick up another round to bring it to a 9-9 game.
Yeah, things are being a little bit back and forth right now. We saw another up and down play, even if it was unintentional there. Just a Blade Storm and swinging up in the air. Two players swinging at you right now. The bullets don't travel that far. At least in my games, they don't go up that high and that low at the same time. So when you face something like that, it's really hard to really counter that unless the attackers or defenders just messed up somehow. But it is what it is. You know, you gotta push on after that. However, Fisher, their economy right now, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not like terrible. They're able to buy up pretty well. They can get their guns or whatever they need here. It's weird how they're like kind of playing aggressive, but they're also like they're defending just as good. I don't know how to explain it, but they're just able to keep SNHU in like certain
no
areas.
command coming out almost immediately from SNHU. They really want to hit this site as quickly as possible, as we see by Nami getting straight in. Taizera going to find that first pick. Suppress actually going to take Taizera out, and Nami finding Suppress after that. Hilton going to be able to get that res onto Taizera. Obviously, you know, with that null command up, you do have that advantage. We've got Neverwin again, popping his Hunter's Fury, able to find one onto Nami, tagging Agron extremely low. Frank, Agron, each able to find one. It's down to a 1v4. It is all up to Neverwin again. He's at 100 HP, and everyone from SNHU is very, very low. He's able to get one with a shot start, but, you know, Hilton finds Neverwin again to give them the 10th round and a team ace over to SNHU.
Yeah, I mean, just no words. No words for me. It's just like, I feel like it's like we're just watching the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, SNHU pushes up. You know, sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, Fisher sometimes doesn't defend, and it's just like it's multiple things that we're seeing all the time. But I like for this specific round right now, we're seeing a lot of Fisher towards B. You know, they're gonna be on their eco round right now. They could push up or they could hold back. It's really hard to say what they're gonna do here, because normally on the pistol we saw them get aggressive, we saw them push up, but now with these light buy weapons, like, are they gonna do just as good? It's difficult to see that kind of area, because when you're this late into the game, you know the other people have vandals and you know how they're gonna play, and everyone again is just pushed up again.
Yeah, you know, like with a Sheriff, like you said, you do need to push up just slightly more. So
yeah,
I could see the vision. It just wasn't quite enough in the end. Punaj able to find Hilton, but quickly getting traded out by Nami. Oh,
what the timing is
the
crazy.
Timing onto Muera. Did you see that pop flash?
I don't believe I did.
Yeah, no, they were able to flash right as Muera was coming up, and unfortunately Muera did get, you're just caught in the crosshairs off that. Suppress just holding this one angle from Market, going to be, he's trying to get Frank out, but now with that Cyber Cage just triggered, he is going to be able to get out pretty easily. Agron finding Gagusha to bring this down to a 1v4. Frank knows exactly where he is, and he punishes him for that.
Yeah, unfortunately for Suppressor, he did see Frank's gun sticking out of the cage there, but unfortunately just the shots didn't connect, and it's one of those things here. But I feel like this round Fisher is gonna be on the upside here. Having the Omen teleport, we saw how Agron used that last round. Not last round, but last swap when they're on the defense to get that information, and now it's like, you know, they also have that Sage revive as well.
So, you know, obviously we're in the 11th round. We see Fisher kind of buying up here. Do you think it's in their best interest to buy now or to buy at match point? Because it does look like SNHU is poised to win this round.
Right. No, it's one of those like bold decisions that you're gonna have to make, because like you said, if SNHU wins this round here, they're going to be at match point. And normally you want to have the guns for that, but at the same time, you want to do anything you can to make sure they don't get there. So I'd say it's more favorable for Fisher to buy up this round, even if it risks you losing like a round. You have a higher chance, basically. It's like one of those like theories type thing. It's like when you have 3 things and like you pick one, and then if you swap it,
A, B, and C.
Yeah, if you swap it, it's like a 50% chance more per chance, like 50 chance more. So it's like that type of like percentage almost. Like
yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain, but that's how it works here for in Valorant.
This is a super slow round actually coming out from both teams. Hilton left all the way over at B, you know, using that owl drone just to make a little bit of noise, psych Fisher out slightly. Oh, Neverwin again, and Hilton might be going into a Sova 1v1 in just a minute if they both look out at the same time.
Oh, Suppress is gonna leave him alone.
I have my entire, like, I am holding my breath so hard right now, especially with the way that Hilton's pushing up. Hilton gonna find Gagusha, but unfortunately falls down to him for that first frag of this round. And all for every single other person from SNHU, they had walked all the way over to A and now have walked straight back to B.
Yeah, it's a lot of rotation coming out from both teams here, but with the time ticking, they gotta make the move fast, and Fisher's point has to hold them back.
Oh, Suppress gonna find Nami. They've got 7 seconds left on the clock. Taizera able to pick up one, but Suppress, he's just on a heater, able to find one more onto Agron. Taizera, Frank, each able to find one, but the time unfortunately runs out as Frank picks up a second and falls to Gagusha.
Yeah, see, it's like those rounds there where you want to buy up, because now you have the weapons to knock off some of SNHU's economy and get those picks here, because now we can see that I mean, Fisher's up like near. They have Vandals. I mean, we say Moida with the judge, but I mean, like everybody has Vandals. They're able to fight back for this round and tie things up for 11-11. Then SNHU has to be the one to be like, do we want to buy up this round? Like, do we want to do this? But and then you never know because it could just go into overtime straight from that.
Yeah, the constant ping-ponging and the back and forth is not going to be good for either economy. Oh, the paranoia coming out almost immediately. Suppress is going to be able to use that to get a pick onto Agra, and Tyzera right there to get that trade back onto Suppress. And it's down to a 4v4 with Punich. He's kind of taken out. He's been suppressed by the knife point, but he's still choosing to walk up. Hilton going to just punish that. You know, he's going to capitalize off of that and find that pick. Never win again. Looks like we've got a little bit of a lineup coming up from him.
I'm not sure it was like, you know, it was just spinning in a row there while I was staring at him with the recon dart. That was a little bit funny. We see that wall come off to block it, and Hilton with a Hunter's Fury just wants to get these kills, get as much damage as he can, and get as much information. We saw from the Cypher Ultimate that 2 other players are on A, so it'd be in SNHU's best interest to not go there because that's where the defenders are. They want to go somewhere where there's no defenders.
That was a really nice pick coming out from Nami. It's down to a 1v4 already, and SNHU is looking to be in a very favorable position. You know, they just had to find a little bit more of there, and especially with that neural theft coming out, Hilton and his Hunter's Fury has had so much impact this game, and it just came out. It just was shown once again. Hilton, he's going to catch Moira between a rock and a hard corner, and he unfortunately falls to Tyzera, which gives this 12th round and match point over to SNHU.
Yeah, now things are looking a little bit better right now. You know, SNHU is one way from winning, but they can't let this go over their heads. Though Fisher does not have like anything to work with, they still can't let that go over their heads here because, again, so many times we've seen just pistols, sheriffs, whatever work in the past there. Not to mention that Sage also does have her ultimate. If she's able to stay alive throughout the round and then get like a clutch revive and maybe pick up a Vandal here, whoever that person can be can easily clutch out depending on how the round can go.
We did see that exact same scenario get played out, I think, in the last half, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe?
Well, we definitely saw it. I'm pretty sure we did. Oh, we're going to see Never Win Again get caught out by that one-way smoke, and then after that Owl Drone. It's not in the corner. The Nami checks, unfortunately, and Nami does fall to him, which is very unfortunate, especially as he just popped his Blade Storm. Moira and Gusha each able to find one. Agron and Hilton on their tails, finding one each, 2 to bring it down to a 1v2 is Suppressed, able to pick up one more onto Hilton. Tyzera, is he going to be able to clutch his round out? Yes, he is! We see that 13th round head over to SNHU for an incredible first game between SNHU and Fisher.
Yeah, super close round there. I mean, it was like, it was kind of like scary what was going to happen because they pushed in and then all of a sudden just like Killjoy was hiding in the corner and then they were just able to get those picks and it got down to 1v1. Ty clutched it.
I know. I was on the edge of my seat for most of that game because there were just so many back-to-back trades happening all the time, and you know, I don't know if Sage is going to be the new meta that we see.
I really don't think it is because like her heals are like they're good for teammates but not for herself. Yeah, and it's like I feel like we really didn't see a lot of walls from her come out either.
Yeah, I think we saw one or two, like especially in one of the last few rounds, we did see some coming out towards A, but in the end, it might have just been too little and just not enough, you know. So I don't really have much else to say because that game just took my breath away. That was such a close and evenly matched game. You know, we've had that 6-0 come straight back to a 6-6, and they're just the even trials, the even trades between both teams. Yeah. And if that was the first game, I cannot wait for the second game. Yeah. And I know all of you can't wait either. So we will be right back after not even a 5-minute break.
Just a quick.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like 2 minutes. So you guys don't want to go anywhere. We will see you right back here, twitch.tv/SNHU Esports. See you here for the second game. everyone, and welcome back to the second map of SNHU Blue versus Fisher Tea Party. And you know, I don't want to waste any time. Let's hop straight into the second map. So, if I'm not mistaken, we are playing on Haven this map. This is a SNHU pick, if I'm not mistaken. So we saw some pretty unconventional picks come out from Fisher last round, especially with that Sage coming out. So I'm really interested to see what they pick this time.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, hopefully we'll get to see it. I mean, just as we like go right in here, I mean, so far, I feel like we're just gonna have like our normal like lineup.
Yeah. So let's head right into the
let's get in.
Let's see
kind of
what we're looking at.
Yeah. As this loads up here, we do see Hilton on the Sova, Agron on Astra, Nami on the Jet, Ty on Phoenix, and Frank on Cypher. Well, pretty similar lineup that we saw from Saturday, I believe. Yeah,
so, you know, like you said it better than I could, we did see this lineup on Saturday, but on Fisher Tea Party, however, getting Moira on that Phoenix as well. Is Phoenix coming back on Haven?
I guess so. I guess it's a move.
We've also got Gagusha Fraggin on Chamber. Cam never win again on the Sova. Copy is Copy new? I believe Copy wasn't with us last game.
Yeah, I think Copy is new here. I am blanking on the person that they subbed out for here, but seeing him on the Omen means that it's a different smoker than Astra here. So we're playing a little bit different, and then obviously Suppress is going to be on that Jet to get that duelist. But we're also seeing Chamber. Saturday, we also saw a Chamber as well, and I thought it was really weird because, again, despite their nerfs, he's still getting picked, which is crazy to me. Because like, he just it's like I feel like I shouldn't have to explain it. Like that's how like bad it is. At how Chamber is at this point. But if it works, it works here. I mean, that's what he's got to do. You know, his teleport it's okay. His operator is good as well. I think it actually got increased to 8 if I'm not mistaken, and it did. And there's a lot of things that go along with Chamber. He's a very pricey character. I mean, you have to buy all of his bullets. He only has one like one of those. I forget that. I'm blanking on the name. It's the turret name that he throws down like in the card to like trap other players. You know that name?
We're talking about the trap of the rendezvous.
The chamber like slow.
Oh,
like
now that you've put me on the spot, you know, I can name everything else for you, just not that one. So we're gonna pretend you never asked me that and go straight into this map. We see all of Fisher Tea Party actually pushing up onto Seaside. Frank is caught in this nebula. Hilton's actually gonna get that first pick onto Gagusha, getting a second onto Moira. That is going to be massive, as Frank is also able to pick up one onto Cam Never Win Again. Hilton on his third, as Suppress and Copy each able to get one. Copy finds a second, but it's not enough, and Hilton picks up a 4K in this first pistol round on Haven. Is it too early to say that we've broken the curse once again?
No. Like we gotta win every pistol round, like from map 1 all the way to decider. That's if that happens. That's like only like, yeah, maybe we broke, you know, the pistol curse, but only if that really happens.
So only when that happens I can say that we. But okay, all right, I'll keep that in mind. We will come back and we will revisit that concept as of yet. But it does look like a really strong start for SNHU right now. Moira gonna come off like right off the bat, swinging, flashing out of window, just jumping straight out. So it does look like Fisher is going to try and get a B move. Nami going to deny them just one less fragger as they're able to take Gagusha out. Agron right there to get Copy, and a second on to Never Win Again. Oh, might walk straight into Moira, but Moira's right there with his Sheriff, going to be able to pick up a Bulldog as well. Surprise picking one, onto both Tyzera and Nami, but Hilton and Frank are right there to get that second round onto Fisher Tea Party, and that was a great round for SNHU.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm like blanking multiple times. Agron in the back there, just getting those picks as they push up, you know, swinging from right and then left again and then left and right. You know, you're gonna catch some people off guard because you're not sure where exactly they're looking. And then I believe Moira just walking up there with the Sheriff. Like I said before, the Sheriff needs to be kind of close. It's good long range, but it works better a little bit closer, and was just able to get that pick and eventually push off here. Now they're going to have the guns. Fisher's going to have the guns. And from how they played last round, you know, being aggressive and maybe have one lurker, we're seeing the exact same thing happen here. Chamber's going out and Coffee's pushing in and dying right away.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate move for, you know, Fisher Tea Party. They definitely didn't want to lose someone that quickly. And I would love to know, actually, why Coffee was subbed out. I think that's a pretty interesting thing to introduce a new player on the second game. Nami right there to get one onto Moida, finding a third. Onto never win again. Taizera gonna find Suppress as well. It's down to a 1v5 already. And, you know, poor Kagusha, he's all the way at short. You know, he's looking straight into Nami. Nami's fired up. They're going to be in this little altercation, and Hilton's finally going to, you know, just pick up that kill. One would say put Kagusha out of his misery.
Yeah.
In a 1v5 situation, it is really tricky to recover from that. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it definitely is on the harder side.
No, 100%. I mean, a 1v5, especially as Chamber, it's definitely, I mean, I'm not saying it's, like you said, it's not like it's not possible. If he runs out of bullets, he's able to switch to his Sheriff right away, but it's like, it's not probable.
Headhunter,
you know?
even with his tour de force, it's like, yes, I get that most of Chamber's kit is focused around the ability to hit your shots, but in a 1v5 situation and having to isolate 5 1v1s, it's just really tricky. So definitely an unfortunate position to be in, and Kagusha is already tagged for a half, so
but Moida's just pushing in. I mean, he's doing the same thing from last round, just going in there.
Taizera gonna pick one up onto never win again immediately, and Agron follows that straight up with that pick onto Moida. So I guess he just pushed up a little bit too far. Oh, Nami getting Kagusha and Coffee as well. It's Taizera just picks Suppress up before I can even say it's all up to Suppress.
I mean, I think right now we're seeing a little bit of a I want to say like a pattern here, you know. Right now, I feel like SNHU is going to win these first couple of rounds. A timeout may come out or something may just switch randomly, and then we're going to see Fisher start to kind of make their way and just push up a little bit more there. But that's only if that happens, you know. That's only if that happens. I'm just making a prediction.
Yep.
You know, but you know, we'll see how it goes here. Fisher now again, obviously on the attack here, they're gonna be kind of splitting it up. Before they kind of went towards A, now they're kind of going around C here, and Franck is gonna be the first one to see it, especially with his camera as well. It could be just dastardly for him.
Yeah, like you said, you know, with them switching it up, Kagusha, who was previously left on C, is now picking up frags all the way over at B, able to take Agron out almost immediately. And we hear that the running back come out as well. Franck able to pick one up off the Suppress and bring it back down. Kagusha going to take Taizera's running back out as Franck finds his third with the Guardian. Nami also able to pick one up, and Taizera going to close that out with a nice pick onto Moida. That was a very nice round coming out from SNHU, and it looks like we're seeing the absolute opposite of what we saw last game with Fisher, you know, winning the first 6 in a round, and then after that, SNHU kind of recovering from that.
Yeah, like I just said last round, you know, you could see that bit of a pattern there, but the one thing I want to mention is that Franck's trips there, they're really big. They're lower, they're on the floor. You don't really expect them, and it's so hard to see where they're coming from because in smokes, you're only kind of seeing the wire like that you're like in the middle of. Wherever you got tripped from, you're just seeing that wire. You're not seeing where it's exactly coming from. And with smokes and C being just the open map it is, it's kind of hard to really, you know, see where you are.
Yeah, like you put it so wonderfully, I can barely say anything else. Nami's actually going to find that first pick onto Suppress, who is just not quite able to get his knives off copy. Kagusha and Never Win Again from Fisher, each able to find one. But it's down to a 3v2 as Snoop picks one more up, and as Never Win Again tries to get that spike down, it's looking pretty favorable for Fisher at this current moment. Agron, however, going to bring that down to a 2v, now a 2v1 as Never Win Again is able to get that trade onto Agron, and Kagusha going to finish that off with a pick onto Hilton to bring it to a 5-1 round.
Yeah, it looks like when they push into B, it seems to be more in their favor. We see Moida kind of entry in onto B a lot. So I wonder if B's kind of like their attack, you know, that when they want to attack, they want to push B. Because it feels like from these last couple of rounds, you know, they try A, they try C, but then I feel like they're the most successful on B no matter what. Whether they have full guns, whether they have pistols, whatever they do, it just seems like B works the best for them. But even though Haven is not, I argue that Haven does have some wall bangable spots, we're still going to see Hilton with that Odin there. That's not changing anytime soon.
Oh, Nami gonna pick up that first pick onto Gagusha just almost instantaneously. Like, the round started and he found his first pick. So, SNHU is already working extremely fast. Nami finding a second onto Moira, gonna enable him to get that Blade Storm up and running. Unfortunately, falls to copy as Suppress is also able to find one onto Taizera. It's back down to a 3v3. Suppress finding a second onto Franck to bring it down to a 3v2. Fisher is bringing it back slowly but surely, and it just looks like a mirror copy of what we saw last round, which I think is very funny.
Yeah, and this is Celestial Divide is going to come out as well, block off a lot of the exits here. However, Suppress is just holding this angle so carefully there, getting that headshot onto Agra, not only having to worry about Hilton, but he's up there as well, left on 30 HP. He has to play this carefully, and I don't think he can really jump down from heaven without just resetting, and it doesn't matter. Never saw again. Never win again saw him, and it's just he's gone from there. That is Fisher's second round of this match here, and it looks like they're starting to do pretty well here. They have 3 ultimates. SNHU only has the Neural Theft, but we did see Nami pop his Blade Storm, so.
Yeah, that Cosmic Divide coming out, it could have turned out very well for SNHU, but in the end, after losing Agron to Suppress, that was a very nice shot by Suppress, by the way, for that third kill onto Agron. You know, it was hard for Hilton to recover from that, especially left on 30 HP. So Fisher, they're back on the up and up, and they're definitely getting rounds they need to. As Gagusha gets that first pick onto Nami, that was a huge pick coming out from Fisher.
Yeah, I mean, when you're down with Duelist, it's going to be hard to defend here, and Agron just left alone. He has to work with his teammates here, but Hilton is going to help him out and get a 2-piece, evening things out 3-3.
Hilton on the Odin is a monster.
Right.
Oh, Moira gonna get Ty out, but it was just a running back, so he is thankfully still in the running as Never Win Again looking to get some big picks with his Hunter's Fury, finally gonna be able to pick Taizera up before he's able to do any more damage. It's down to a 2v3 situation, and we're looking almost exactly the same as it was last round, you know, Agron and Hilton, but unfortunately they will fall to Moira for that third round in a row, heading over to Fisher.
Yeah, it's so weird seeing like what's changing between them, because you know, first we see them push in and then it's not working, and then they push in again and then all of a sudden it just works.
Yeah,
I think it's just getting like those early picks. Like we saw, SNHU likes to push up on defense a little bit, but that's because they're an aggressive team. They want to get in there, you know, they want to get those picks. If they're doing well, you know, even just in general, like if I'm playing Valorant and I get this pick on someone, I'm like, okay, like I can do it, like okay,
yeah,
you know, I have myself up, I push in, then I die. I'm like, oh, okay, nice. So I think we're just seeing that a little bit with SNHU. You know, it tends to happen a lot here, and sometimes it's the right move and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, yeah, you're exactly right. Like, all I know is that my guns don't work the same way as all these guns do. So I'm just gonna sit here and just like, I'll just put it out there for all of you. You know, I'm looking for new crosshairs. I'm gonna pick that first pick up onto Suppress, and they're still going pretty slow as compared to the last couple of rounds that we've been seeing. Oh, Agron almost timinged, but Never Win Again is going to fall to him. It's down to a 5v3 situation, and SNHU is slowly but surely picking it back up as we see that Neural Theft come back out. Oh, Taizera getting a very nice pick onto Moira. And Nami caught up in heaven. It was very unfortunate. We did see that smoke come down. Oh, Rock going straight for copy, and he does fall down to him. It is all down to Gagusha in this 1v5 situation. This is exactly what we saw a couple of rounds back. You know, 1v5 situation. Yeah. It's all up to Gagusha, and
I mean, this time he has his ultimate, but I don't know if he wants to really use that right now. It's kind of a weird play, but again, 1v5, he's able to isolate this 1v1 with Agron here, but if anybody swings out with him from C, it's gonna be super hard to really get them. Those shock darts are just dealing damage. Left on 60 HP, not a lot what he can really do. He has to make the move here, but oh, the Nami from behind, he may get the knife here. Could be insane, and he does, and he's just able to get that kill on him, making it 6-3.
I would have loved to see that knife kill, but you know, just knowing that Nami got it just gives me the satisfaction. Like, I think knife kills are so funny.
Knife, Judge, and like
Marshall was Bucky.
No, Bucky kills. Bucky kills
are so satisfying.
Yeah. Just they're funny, and it's what makes Valorant fun. You know. It makes me not sad when I play this game. But now heading into this round here, SNHU is gonna have the Hunter's Fury out as well. Gonna be able to use that to stall plants and to just stop pushes overall here. However, Fisher does have the Chamber ultimate coming out, which is great for long distance shots, and that's why they're gonna be pushing C here, and they're running it back. back, and they're getting in there.
Yeah, like this is an extremely fast push coming out, especially with Muera kind of in the front lines. He's got his ult up, and he knows that he can do a lot of heavy damage. Agron left at 10 HP. This is very dangerous for him. Hilton, however, bringing out his Hunter's Fury once again. He knows exactly how much impact he can do. Able to find one and help Agron pick up another. Never Win Again is going to fall. I mean, is going to grab Taizera, but it's not enough. As Nami finds one, finds two. Onto Gagusha. Agron also going to pick Muera up, and that was a fabulous round coming out of SNHU.
I don't know if our replay system is working, but I would love to see a replay of that right now. I mean,
so would I. I was so caught up in like all the kills that were happening that I just, you know, I had the sound effects coming from you and from the rest of the people in the arena, but I'm assuming that was definitely something to see. Like,
yeah, I mean, Nami, like we know he gets those dash kills. I mean, it's cool seeing all that. We saw it again with the Sheriff last map there, and it's just he's able to get these really cool picks every now and then here. However, SNHU is pretty much they're in a really good lead right now. They're in a 5-round lead, and that's really good because now it guarantees them that 7-5 split if things tends to go south for the last couple of rounds. But overall, that's still really good to end things off.
Oh, Nami, almost.
Down A.
Able to get that pick up to him. Ty's gonna trade him out. Gagusha is gonna get Ty once again. Hilton able to pick up some kills here.
That's a lot of people to go straight against, and Gagusha is going to be able to pick him up in the end. That was so unfortunate with Nami. He had his knife, and then he almost got it.
Yeah. It's a real loss for words.
Yeah,
what just
100%.
happened there, you know, and now Frank and Agron here have to kind of push together, and he's kind of far away, but Frank's pushing up, and he's got to wait for his team. And I mean, if anything, Agron just might play exits here. I feel like saving here might be the move, and yeah, it's a 1v3. Could get some picks. It's just it can be a little bit difficult, but.
That was so.
He had the motor instinct. How do you know he was there? You see, he turned around, got the pick, and then turned around again. How does he do that?
Well, I can tell you, I don't. However, he does it is probably the opposite.
You know
of what
why?
I
You know
do.
why? He was on the crater or whatever, but he's like, I'm not getting knifed again. He's like, no, not again. So he got that pick there, all good. This is the last
the
round.
trauma that you get after getting knifed.
No,
is
literally,
actually so real.
Yeah, but you know, again, like I was saying, last round they're gonna buy up. You're gonna push with whatever you got. RS Press does have that Blaze Storm. You can use that easily to kind of push up near A here, kind of dash and jump high. But Nami is gonna be there as well, so it could be a little bit scary on what the move is. But it looks like they're gonna go towards B because they've just had the most success rate with that, and they're not stopping anytime soon.
Suppress going to pop the Blaze Storm almost instantly. Never Win Again, Suppress and Copy finding 3 picks off the bat to bring that down to a 5v2. It is not looking very good for SNHU. You know, Frank and Hilton, they're the only 2 left alive, and the problem with B is that there are just so many exits, and Suppress is able to really capitalize on that and pick Frank up and leave it all up to Hilton in this 1v5 situation.
Yeah, Hilton kind of stuck here. They're just going to push him. I mean, it's last round. You know, what do you got left to lose? But Hilton is going to show them what they do have to lose and knock 2 members right then and there, but dropping the gun. Their Chamber's there and able to get that headshot as well. 3 picks right off the bat. And now he has the confidence to be able to push in. He has that recon dart and be able to maybe possibly secure this round.
Oh, Hilton, it's like you said, it's all up to Hilton in this 1v2 situation. He knows where Copy is. He knows where Never Win Again is as well. But unfortunately, it's just not enough. But picking up 3 kills, that denies Fisher the ability to bring 3 guns over. Oh, wait, never mind. What am I even talking about? I was so caught up in the fact that we just had back-to-back rounds. So just completely disregard anything that I said. But, you know, great on Hilton to be able to pick up those 3 kills and just rattle their confidence.
Yeah, now SNHU is going to be on the attack here. And last round, we saw that they were backing up here onto Ascent. So they kind of let, you know, Fisher push up a little bit. But it's, you know, they kind of just, you know, I don't know if that's going to be the same move here as well. But it looks like, from the looks of it, you know, SNHU is still going to probably do their push, but I'm not sure if they're going to flank or not as well. So.
Yeah, exactly like you put it. And one more thing that I will kind of add is we see how, like, SNHU, they're very confident on their how do you say, on their attack. They're very confident with their aggression. Yeah, as you put it, it's the way that they're aggressive. So with them having such a good defensive half, and Taizera is actually going to get into a little bit of an altercation. This is a Phoenix, a 1v1 between him and Medea. Is going to be able to pick anything up? Yes, we do see Taizera get the better of Muera, and we are already down to a 5-4. And, you know, like, it's a pistol round. I will always have my hopes up for SNHU to win a pistol round, but you know, if not, I'm just going to blame the pistol curse.
Of course, and Gugusha and Copy are just gonna help support your phrasing there and just get those picks. And now SNHU has to push in pretty fast here.
Oh, Hilton already able to get that plant down. That's going to be great for SNHU, and it's going to leave Fisher to scramble slightly in this 4v3 situation. You know, Gugusha going to be able to pick one up onto Hilton. That's going to be great for them. And Fisher just slowly trying to turn this round back in their favor. Copy running straight out, going to fall to Nami. Never win again, and Gugusha are going to be able to close that round up and just get that pistol round back to Fisher. And so once again, the pistol curse is still here.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, they still need one more round to really break things even here. So that's why being 7-5 is so good. Because if you're bad at pistols, you just tie things up and it's like you're still kind of, you don't have a lead, you don't have a loss. You're just back at 0-0, but there's just less of a time there. So now, I mean, Fisher, they have the guns, they're going to push up. I mean, you know the deal, right? That's how they're going to run it. But they're leaving no one on C right now. So,
yeah, that's really dangerous.
Or at least no one in garage here. You know, you have the chamber who can TP back and forth, but it's still kind of scary knowing that most of the defenders are going to be on A and they're just leaving like a third of the map open.
Oh, this is going to be super dangerous for SNHU, but Gugusha is, like, in the end, he's going to choose to use his rendezvous and head straight back, just slightly out of the danger, especially in a 3v1 situation. It's really, really hard. Even if you're able to pick one up, especially, like, in this kind of second round where you still don't have the rifles that you're looking for, it's definitely harder to get back in.
Oh, but Moeda's just going to stay in this corner here. It could be big. Hilton checks it, but he's able to get 2 picks right off the bat before dying to Taizera's Molly.
Oh, Taizera going to be able to pick up a second here. Yes, he is up to win again. Suppress, not quite able to find any, but finally able to pick one up with his Guardian.
Oh, Suppress! Suppress! No!
Aaron is able to put Suppress out of that and finally second off the Gugusha to bring SNHU back into the running. You know, I don't blame Suppress. Have you used the Guardian? That is so hard.
I don't blame you. No, you know, Agron was able to put suppression.
Almost.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna disregard what happened that round here. Let's talk about this right now. Let's talk about the what's the now. SNHU, they're feeling good. They're feeling great. They got their run it back. They have the guns that they need. They can push in with confidence here, and they only really have to worry about any long-range weapons. And Suppress is all the way on A with a Marshall. However, Gugusha with the Vandal is just as scary. But Nami's like, nah, he's not that scary.
Yeah, you know, after getting that owl drone out, Hilton had all the information he needed. He was able to relay it over to his team as well, so they knew exactly what to do. Oh, got that run it back coming out almost immediately. And it's looking towards Frank, but Copy is going to get Frank with the classic.
Yeah, the trade's going to be huge there. Now he's going to have a Vandal to work with, and Never Kill Again, or Never Win Again is going to get that pick on tie.
Hilton right there to get that trade back onto him. Agron going to get Copy so low. And Nami just finishing off the job. It's off to Suppress with his Marshall. Nami with his third, going to find Suppress and bring the 9th round over to SNHU.
Yeah, now, I mean, things are still looking well here. I mean, we're not seeing, I mean, I say this now, but we're not seeing as much as a back and forth here. However, if Fisher does win this round, it will be like that back and forth, because it's you know, it happens. You know, you win 2, you lose 1, you win 2, and maybe you lose 3. It's like that just happens all the time. And because when you get closer to the scoreboard, the more tense the players get.
Yep.
You know, the more like they're like, you know, we got to really step it up. And it's like the closer and closer you get, the more people are trying. And it's like you really start to see people's skills towards the end of the game. The beginning of the game is way different from how they play at the end of the game. What you want to really focus on is how they play at the end here. And Agron's just waiting for Gugusha to push up. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, he tried, you know, he had his headhunter out, but in the end, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta hold stuff like that when people push through, and Copy's gonna be the only one here with the rest of his team, though, but pushing up is able to get that kill on tie, and Nami is able to get that pick on him as well.
Nami knew exactly where he was. However, he is going to fall to never win again. Moira is going to be holding this corner, and Agron unfortunately caught. This is going to be pretty tricky for Agron to kind of make his way out of, especially with them knowing where he is. But it does look like they're retreating. So,
ooh, I was gonna say he could just fake. Oh, he could just fake smoke and leave there. But it looks like they actually tried to do. They did do a fake rotate, and FTP is gonna fall for that right now. They're just making their way over. And I'm not sure if SNHU really wants to run this timer down as much as they can, but Frank is just, he's caught at B. Unfortunately, there, Suppress is going to get that pick. But now that they're kind of stuck near C, I feel like getting that pick should mean that, you know, FDP doesn't really know where they're kind of pushing. They should start to make their way out onto C relatively soon here. Moida also being in a dangerously close situation can be really scary, but they're going to get this bomb down.
Yeah, like you said, with 30 seconds on the clock, the gravity wall coming out is going to enable Agron to get that kill onto Never Win Again. Hilton going to pick one up onto Moida. Suppress right there to get that trade onto Agron. It's a 1v1 situation. It's all up to Suppress just to get this spike down and also to get Hilton isolated. We're going to see that Hunter's Fury come out. Suppress is going to try to 1v1 him. Hilton let's go, and takes him down for that 10th round over to SNHU.
Yeah, able to get the pick on that. I mean, I think it was a smart play there. And 1v1, when you know there's no one to really trade, they're just gonna push the Hunter's Fury. You know that. When it's again 1v1, it's you don't have enough time to pull out your weapon. So canceling that after that one shot, that's really all you need here. Gugushka is also gonna pull out his ultimate weapon here and get this operator, but he's not gonna play up top like we normally see. Wherever he plays, it's still gonna be pretty impactful no matter what, because Chambers, how fast Chamber can TP is just like insane.
Yep.
But it looks like he may have read it wrong here, because most of SNHU is going to be towards A right now, but the defenders are pushing up.
Oh, Tyzera not quite able to get one up, but Nami right there to make sure that he gets both kills. Never Win Again going to get that pick onto Frank, but Frank was already able to make his impact by getting his Cypher cam down and just denying Gagusha any impact all the way over at C. Copy is going to get spotted out by Hilton and taken down almost instantly. Agron right there to get Never Win Again as Gagusha is able to pick one up onto Tyzera in this 1v3 situation. It is all up to Gagusha.
Oh, Nami again. No. He's gonna get it again. Nami with the knife again. I mean, when will he learn? He learned it the one time, but then forgot it the second time. He got it again.
I just, at this point, it's just so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like I said, the trauma you get from getting knifed is immeasurable.
Yes,
now getting
knifed
by the same person at the same place twice.
Yeah.
That's gonna do some damage. And I'm not just talking the damage, you know, that he already took. This is more emotional damage on top of that, too.
Yeah, now he's just going to be even more worried. He should just save his like little turret for when he just has to clutch and just put it behind him for when anything could happen here. But SNHU playing default, leaving the bomb in spawn here and just taking their time, getting the abilities out, and Suppress is just up so far, getting that pick on Agron already, on Frank and Tyzera too.
Nami, however, also on a heater, able to find two, but unfortunately goes down to Suppress, who is on route for a ace, actually. You know, he's been able to pick up 4 already. Hilton finding one onto Copy in this 1v3 situation. It is a manhunt for Hilton right now.
Yeah, they're all pushing together, being able to trade each other at the same time, but at the same time, it could be as scary because, oh my god.
Oh my god, this is actually so scary. Hilton is able to get 2 onto Suppress and Moida, and it is now a 1v1 situation. It is a battle of the Sovas between Hilton and Never Kill Again. I'm sorry, Never Win Again.
Yeah, no, I know you get it wrong every single. We get it wrong every single time here, but this is gonna be scary. I mean, he has 45 seconds left.
No, they're just playing hide and seek around the map now.
No, really. I mean, he has his knife out here. What if Hilton just he's just like, hey, it just like kills him out of nowhere. But he's just waiting for the bomb down. As a defender, you don't have to worry about much. Oh, there are some angles you have to push.
We are seeing a little bit of motion coming out from both of the Sovas. Oh, this is so dangerous. Hilton gonna try to get that plant down.
It could be scary. Double hit onto that. It really is. I mean, after all that, it's crazy there. And now they're able to, they're able to get that win. They're able to get that defuse there, make it 11-7 again, close things up here. However, SNHU still, they're up by 4 rounds here. They just can't let it get over their heads. They have to kind of get that. And it's, once they're able to, just understand that, you know, they're in a pretty good headspace here. Hilton with the Hunter's Fury and Franck with the Neural Theft. You know, they're doing pretty good, but Fisher on defense, having the Sova ultimate, it's good. It's good that he actually didn't use it there, because in a 1v1, you don't want to focus a lot of your ultimates, because unless you absolutely need it.
Also, you know, when you're in your Hunter's Fury, it's hard for you to juggle back and forth, and it does take a little bit of time for you to get it off.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Especially with Hilton. You know Hilton has a rifle. You don't want to be caught in that battle. So definitely a very good read on Never Win Again's part.
Yeah, now heading into this round, though, we see that most of SNHU is going to go for a similar push onto C here, but Gugushka and that Hunter's Fury is coming out, Hilton's Hunter's Fury is coming out here, and it's going to get a lot of information.
Taizera actually going to pick up that first pick onto Gagusha, and that's going to be massive for SNHU. Copy able to find one, find two. Never Win Again getting one more with his Hunter's Fury as well. Agron able to pick one up onto Copy. Moira right there to get that trade onto Agron. It's down to a 1v3. It's all up to Hilton. He's able to pick one up. Is he going to be able to pick a second up? Unfortunately, falls to Moira, but not before, you know, he was still able to pick Suppress up, and that is still very, very massive for them.
Yeah, I mean, we saw both Hunter Furies come out there. Hilton was in for more information. I feel like Hilton could have saved his for plant down, but getting these early picks as well is just as good. But with the Hunter's Fury back, you know, you're just gonna reveal just as much, especially when you know where they are. You know, they're on C. You just gotta focus the most common spots on C, and you get your information there. And that's that at that point. SNHU, now they're going to have these guns. They're going to have some eco weapons here, but they're not changing anything. They're still going to push the same area, no doubt here. And Gugushka is going to be in that same area. He's going to teleport away, but just left on not super low HP, but a decent amount of HP. He's going to back off.
Yeah, but Franck able to get that first pick onto Gagusha. We also hear the running-back come out from Taizera, if I'm not mistaken. Franck going to try to get that plant out, as we see the From the Shadows as well. We got out play into Copy. Hilton does unfortunately go down to Copy. Copy picks up two more onto both Taizera and Nami. Agron is right there, however, to deny him any more kills. Franck going to be able to get his ultimate out, that Neural Theft, trying to get a little bit more information for SNHU. Suppress, however, going to take Franck out, and it is all up to Agron in this 1v3 situation. He's going to know where Moira is. He sees Suppress as well, and unfortunately will fall down to Suppress, and that gives this 9th round over to SNHU.
Can we just talk about Copy there? I mean, Copy, he uses ultimate to flank behind there, and it was crazy seeing. I mean, he was full blind from what we saw there. His face, it was blind. It wasn't. I mean, maybe not full blind, but he was definitely stunned a little bit there. And getting those 2 picks was absolutely massive, because I mean, 2 picks on any 5-member team is just like what, like a third, whatever, like a quarter, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And it's just like it's done like that. And now it's an issue. They have to save here. While, you know, this round is gonna be more favored for FTP, and now it's gonna be looking like 11 to 10 almost. You know, if they get this, and Suppress is already on this operator, if he's able to keep it throughout the next round, you know, that's 11 to 10, and then it could be 11-11, and just the snowball continues.
Yep. You know, you just put it so well. There's honestly nothing else for me to say. Nami gonna pick one up immediately onto Suppress with the Stinger. Hilton also on that Stinger meta going to find Never Win Again, and it's looking pretty good for SNHU right now. Moira, however, completely denying them any more being able to pick up both Franck and Taizera instantaneously. Agron on that Stinger going to get Moira too. SNHU has been, you know, they've got a really good track record with these Stingers at this moment. Gagusha and Nami are playing a little bit of hide and seek. You know, he is going to fall, Nami is going to fall Gagusha, but Agron is able to pick him up for that trade, and it's all up to Copy in this 1v2 situation with Agron and Hilton against Copy.
Yeah, now Hilton's going to be over on his way over to C, get that bomb plant down, but Agron's going to make his way over fast because he's left on 11 HP, and Agron has to be the one there to be able to get that trade out onto him as well, as because, you know, Copy's already onto C there, so, you know, he's got to make a move a little bit. He's got the smokes to work around with, but Hilton could have lineups, and it could be scary. What could happen? The well is going to get him there, and as well as the dart, but he does get half of the bomb, which is so scary.
That is absolutely terrifying, but Hilton with his shot dart just going to deny that, and it's going to bring us into a match point. You know, that was a little bit scary at the end of the round. Letting Copy get that spike all the way down to half had me really wondering if SNHU knew what they were doing, but, you know, that just shows me wrong. Like, why would I ever just think that they didn't know what they were doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, they were able to get that there, which is, it's good now, because now they don't have to worry about a possible 11 to 10 with an operator. Getting Suppress away from that op, I think, was the biggest thing, because when, again, on defense with any long-range sites, those operators and long-range weapons, they're always going to come in clutch no matter what, especially if they're a one-hit. I mean, that's just what's going to happen.
like you said, they are just going to come in clutch. Nami going to try to find Muera, and you know, with Muera just run it back, I don't think they quite expected that, but Nami finally able to bring him out. Gugusha going to find one, going to find two onto both Hilton and Agron. Copy also finding one onto Taizera. Nami finding one more before Frank takes it over, getting a 2K onto Suppress and never win again. It's a 1v3, and Frank picks up his third and gets that final round.
Yeah, using the cam.
Onto Gugusha. What a beautiful 2-0 game for SNHU Blue. You know, that was Fisher Tea Party put up such a strong game, but in the end, SNHU Blue was just so much more well equipped to take that map, and we just saw that incredible gameplay come out from both of the maps.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy seeing like how each team kind of just changed up their tactics.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't see it at first, what they did, we saw that it worked for a bit, and then the other team changed, and then it worked, and then it was a lot of back and forth. And like I said, you see everybody's skill towards the end of the round there. So being able to push up confidently, you know, at least having some rounds to spare with, SNHU was just able to close it out.
Yeah, and I mean, I need to watch this back just to see the knife kills again.
That was funny.
Like, Gugusha, if you watch this VOD back, I really hope you don't get mad at the knife kills. Like, I promise they were funny in the moment. But anyways, thank you so much to all of you for coming out and watching this stream. SNHU Blue versus Fisher Tea Party. I know I had so much fun watching it, and I hope you guys had fun too.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't want to miss any of the action, so come right back here. We are going to be streaming our Smash tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So it will be right here, twitch.tv/SNHU Esports for Smash. And if you want to watch Valorant, we're going to be right back here every single Monday. You don't want to miss that. So, you know, turn all the notifications on, go follow our Twitter, go follow our Instagram, and have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Almost instantly, Agron right there to get never win again as Gugusha is able to pick one up onto Taizera in this 1v3 situation. It is all up to Gugusha.
Nami again. No way! Finish it again. It's so difficult to really isolate it because they're right next to each other now.
Yeah.
They're just in this little corner. It's gonna be so scary. I fear it could be insane, and he does, and he's just able to get that kill on him, making it 6-3.
I would have loved to see that knife kill, but you know, just knowing that Nami got one again immediately, and Agron follows that straight up with that pick onto Muera. So I guess he just pushed up a little bit too far. Oh, Nami getting Gugusha and Copy as well. It's the round, and SNHU has already been able to pick up 2 picks, and that's definitely very, very advantageous for them.
One enemy remaining.
3. Wow. So quickly get this spike down, and also to get Hilton isolated. We're going to see that Hunter's Fury come out. Suppress is going to try to 1v1 him. Hilton let's go and takes him down for that 10th round. Once again, he knows exactly how much impact he can do. Able to find one and help Agron pick up another. Never win again is going to fall. I mean, is going to grab Taizera, but it's not enough. As Nami finds 2 onto Gugusha. Agron B5 situation. It is all up to Nami, and with him and his Sheriff, it's going to be pretty hard to go against all 5 from Fisher and the spike as well. Oh, really nice pick coming out from Netlines. He's got his ult up, and he knows that he can do a lot of heavy damage. Agron left at 10 HP. This is very dangerous for him. Hilton, however, bringing out his Hunter's Fury once again. He knows exactly how much impact he can do. Able to find 1/3 onto Agron. That's not looking very good for SNHU in this 4v2 situation with Fisher able to get that lockdown. Hilton finding Gugusha. His Blade Storm, Muera, Gugusha each able to find one. Agron and Hilton on their tails, finding one each, 2 to bring it down to a 1v2 with Suppress, able to pick up one more onto Hilton. Taizera, is he going to be able to clutch his round up? Down almost instantly. Agron right there to get never win again as Gugusha is able to pick one up onto Taizera in this 1v3 situation. It is all up to Gugusha.
Nami again. No way! Finish it again. It's so difficult to really isolate it because they're right next to each other now.
Yeah.
They're just in this little corner. It's gonna be so scary. I fear it could be insane, and he does, and he's just able to get that kill on him, making it 6-3.
I would have loved to see that knife kill, but you know, just knowing that Nami got one again immediately, and Agron follows that straight up with that pick onto Muera. So I guess he just pushed up a little bit too far. Oh, Nami getting Gugusha and Copy as well. It's the round, and SNHU has already been able to pick up 2 picks, and that's definitely very, very advantageous.